Hey guys, welcome back to another stream of Kill or Love. This is a game recommended by my own girlfriend, Maru-chan, on which you can also talk to her if you want to on Discord and stuff like that. If you want to, yeah, make sure to join my Discord if you want to, because you know we want my Discord to be more active. So yeah, yeah, whatever. So awkward. Anyway, okay, so it turns out that the main character's crazy stalker girl or whatever kidnapped her girlfriend. Was it Elizabeth or something like that? I don't know. It's been I don't know. I already forgot the names, but she kidnapped his girlfriend, and he's in the hospital for some reason. No idea what happened. And now we're just going through the backstory and stuff like that. So if you guys remember. But yeah, that's pretty much the recap. Barely remember. If you guys remember that stuff, then by all means, please help the other people to, I don't know, just explain it in the chat to other people or something. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah, last time on Kill or Love. August 12th. You know what? I should have gotten water before I started because my throat gets pretty dry. But, you know, it should be fine, right? Anna's brownies were tasty. Yeah, Anna's the crazy Yandere girl who's chasing after us, so... Or not really chasing after us, more like... who's blackmailing us to keep still, or to be good. Otherwise, she's gonna kill our girlfriend Grace. I didn't have any, but Grace said so. I wanted to throw the brownies into the trash, but Grace caught wind of them too quickly. She's like a bloodhound when it comes to sweet stuff, chocolate especially. And then, of course, I had to explain where I got them. Huh? Weird. I know, right? There's no way it's a coincidence. Oh yeah, that's right. Anna is the one with the Anna's the crazy one. And Grace is your girlfriend. Okay, this is the flashback right here. This is a flashback, just so you guys know. Yeah, it must be a sign. A sign of what? That she's stalking me? You know, it is weird that she was stalking me, since she knew where I lived, but that she didn't know about Grace. I mean, she couldn't have known, with how surprised she was. I don't think she was acting. Was it just a coincidence then? No, absolutely not. That I refuse to accept. I think I'll go say hi. I could make something for her too. Do we have any butter left? I want to bake her cookies. Yeah. And then you'll eat most on your own. Hey! I don't see the point of going to visit her though. We'll see more than enough of her anyway. We live so close by. We're neighbors. I want us to get started on the right foot. And maybe she and I could be friends. I think that'd be nice. I wrapped my arms around her. Of course. You deserve that. But please, find a friend that's not her. Why? Once again, I couldn't properly explain why. I couldn't put it down as anything more than a hunch. A gut feeling I'd get whenever I was near her. I've at least got to see her for myself, to see if she's really such a horrible person. Trust me, you're better off without it. I wonder if Anna's brownies had some substance that put Jack to sleep. You know what? That's what I was thinking when she first gave him brownies or something. I was like, I'm pretty sure these is to like put them to sleep or something, and this is how they get kidnapped or whatever. No idea how he ended up in the hospital though, so I don't know about that. But for Grace to get kidnapped, that would be an easy way to do it, but I don't know, that's just me. Yeah, just come up with all these theories because they're pretty fun. The next day, in the afternoon, I was lying down on our sofa. I was nursing a headache that had been with me since morning. Grace told me she'd be right back. She went out of the apartment with something in her hands, and then a smell of freshly baked cookies wafted, out of the kitchen. It still took me about 2 minutes to piece the puzzle together. Ah, shit, I whispered. I was immediately up. Not good, not good. Panic struck me harder than I would expect. It was like, with Grace seeing Anna all by herself, something vulnerable part of me was exposed. I wanted to bring Grace back and lock the door and keep her safe and never, ever let her out of my sight. But I also didn't want to go in there. I just stood there, head in my hands, wondering what the hell to do. All at once, I was telling myself to go there. You coward. But also to stay here. You idiot. And somewhere far away, a tiny little voice, very tiny, very little, was telling me I was overreacting. Then there came the sound of glass breaking. It had come from, where else? Anna's apartment. I went to the wall that separated our apartments. Now there was no sound at all, nothing to explain the crash. I finally overcame my cowardice. I dashed out of our apartments to hers. When I got there, I saw broken glass and blood, and Grace kneeling down, and Anna stood above her, and they were both smiling. They stopped when they noticed me there, out of breath and confused. Jack? Hi, Jack. Did you decide to join us? No, What the hell is going on? This? Anna waved her hand at the floor, at all the bits of glass, white ceramic, actually. There were all scattered cookies and drops of blood. Yes, that! Just looking at the blood made me feel sick, like I was going to throw up, but I couldn't peel my eyes away from it. I've always been like that around blood. I've never had the stomach for it. Grace was picking up the broken pieces of ceramic. There was a little accident. An accident? Yes, what else? Grace, what happened? It's my fault, really. The cookies were hotter than I thought, so I dropped the whole plate. And it was Anna's plate, too. Be careful, Grace. You might cut yourself. She's cut herself already. Look. Huh? She only now seemed to notice the blood around her. But I... Grace checked her hands, turned them around a few times to see it from every angle, but found no cuts there. It's not me. It's my blood. What? What? Nani? Anna was, I just noticed, holding her left hand tightly with her right. There was a little blood still ticking from between her knuckles. Oh no! Grace's hands hovered around Anna's. She looked willing to help, but afraid she'd do something wrong. How did this even happen? I tried to pick up some of the pieces. They're pretty sharp, aren't they? Hang on, Anna, I'm fine. I don't need you to do anything. The way Anna said that was forceful, almost harsh. Grace backed away. I can still help. She remembered I was there. Jack, go get some gauze. We have gauze? Is that how you say that word? I don't know. I never never seen that word before. Oh, useless. Frustrated, more frustrated than I ever seen her before, Grace ran off to get the gauze herself. She left me there, in the belly of the beast. I tried being polite. Shame about the cookies. A real shame. I didn't get to eat a single one. Well, actually, she picked one up with the free fingers of her left ahead. Some of her blood got on the cookie. Before I could say anything, she ate it in one bite. Jesus. It's not bad at all. They're still warm. Do you want one? I'll pass. God, you make me sick. That's not a very nice thing to say, Jack. If anyone else would said it. But I'll forgive you. She licked her lips. I should have left, but I was like a frog being stared down by a snake. I wonder what's taking Grace so long. She must be flustered. Poor girl. So much worry about a teeny little cut. It's not serious. It's not. How do you know? I've seen a lot of cuts. I can imagine. Anna laughed. I'm a nurse. That I couldn't imagine. It's still hard to believe, though I see proof of it every day. There's a lot of blood. You don't believe me? Look. She showed me her hand. The cut ran from the base of her thumb towards the middle of her hand. The wound was thin, but long and ragged. The skin around the wound was pale and moist, showing how fresh the cut was. I could have puked. Oh, does it look bad? Don't worry, it won't even scar. Stop that. You're really I don't remember what I was going to say. It wasn't nice in any case. What stopped me was Grace coming back. Sorry. There wasn't any gauze. Here. She brought a roll of pink toilet paper. I hope this is good enough. Thank you, Grace. But I don't need it. You don't? No, see? The blood stopped. Anna flashed me a smile. The corners of her mouth were still red. August 13th. The question is, why is this game so good? Like, I'm in love with this game now. The storyline is so on point. Oh no, this is bad. This is where Anna took Grace. Be Adam, the Beast, and Grace would be Belle. Pink toilet paper? Yeah, no kidding. Good day today. Didn't see Anna once. But enough of that. After what happened, where I left off yesterday, I was sure Grace and I were on the same page, but no. In the end, I was the one who cleared up the bloody mess on the floor. What is this, British? Is this Britain? The bloody mess on the floor. I threw away the cookies before Anna could get her hands on any more. Back in her apartment, Grace let out a long sigh. What a mess, am I right? Yeah, and it was all my fault. I meant Anna. You did just meet her, right? Yes. And? Well, I can see why you've been avoiding her, if that's what you mean. Thank you. She's beautiful. I thought she would be some shy little girl or a crazy cat lady or something, but she's like a model. What? No. Don't try to deny it, Jack. It's why you don't want to go near her, isn't it? You don't want to be tempted. I shook my head. I really didn't see her that way. Now, with a little more perspective, I can say it's true. What a waste of good looks. She's much more beautiful than me. Hey, don't say that. She's not. She is. Grace dropped her gaze to stare at her hands. And she wasn't mad that I ruined her plate. She wasn't scared of the blood either. She's just so... I took her hands in mine. They were cold. Grace? Jack? You're beautiful and kind. More beautiful and kind than any other girl in the world. I'm lucky as hell to have you. My cheeks burned. I must have looked like a tomato. I wasn't used to saying stuff like this. I mean it. So don't say stuff like that. Okay? Oh. Grace blinked like she'd just woken up. I've been saying a lot of dumb stuff, I guess. I'm sorry. I'm a real hassle, huh? No, don't say that. And don't say you're sorry either. You've done nothing to feel sorry for. She apologized way too often. August 15th. I didn't write anything yesterday. The pain in my leg made it so I couldn't focus. It's been hurting like a bitch these few days. I gave in and asked the doctor about it. He's fine, by the way. Didn't disappear or anything. Must have taken a few days off. I asked him about the pain. I asked if he could do anything about it. Apparently the pain is a good sign. I think that's what he said. So I guess my leg is healing all right. But it still hurts. When the doctor went away, I complained out loud that it hurts. One of the other patients must have thought I was talking to him. The patients here now are not the same guys I mentioned before. Maybe one is, but that's all. The others went away. To another part of the hospital, or home, or maybe to the morgue. I don't know. I wasn't keeping track. So I said something about how my leg hurt. And a guy on the bed next to mine, a kid, actually, can't be more than 18 or 19, starts talking to me. I think he was saying how he's in a lot of pain too. I couldn't understand most of it though. His jaw's been wired shut. Anything he tries to say turns to moans and a lot of drool. Then a nurse came in, not Anna, and told him he shouldn't speak if he wants his mouth to get better. So he shut up. Not much else has happened, but my leg really is bothering me. It's a deep pain. It doesn't feel like it's healing. It feels wrong, in a way that makes my teeth hurt too. I'll stop with the leg now. I have to get my mind off of it. It hurts so much. I'll check where I left off the day before yesterday and go from there. You're not coming with us? Again? No, I don't feel like it. But Anna is so great to hang out with. Yesterday we went to window shopping, then we went to a cafe, and then I had ice cream in the park. Sounds fun. It was. Anna is a really interesting person. You should give her a chance. I want us all to be friends. So please come along. No, I'll pass. Sorry. A moment later, Anna came in without knocking. She never knocked anymore. Ready, Grace? Yes, in a minute. Grace heaved a sigh. Are you sure you don't want to go? Yes, I'm sure. Go have fun without me. Okay then, some other time. We kissed. Have fun. We will. Bye. Did you see the face of Anna as she glared at us as we kissed and smooched like lovers? And she's like, oh my god, I'm totally gonna kill Grace for that kiss. Grace and Anna became friends. Good friends. Very soon after they first met. I was against it, but I found it hard to complain, seeing Grace so happy. They spent quite a lot of time together. Whenever I said anything about this, Grace would tease me. She'd say I was jealous. but she would also invite me to come with. I always declined. I eventually got used to it, and things were quiet for a while. Once at the store, I was applying discounts during work hours. It should have been done before we opened up, but someone had been slacking off. I won't point fingers. It was Don, the old guy. So I was the one stuck wondering what kind of dog food the 20% off should go on, or something like that. The lists they gave us were always terrible, so full of corrections you could barely read them. As I was about to choose at random where to apply this discount sticker, someone put a hand on my shoulder. Oh, Anna. There was a tightness in my chest, but it passed within seconds. As I said, I'd gotten used to it. She didn't scare me anymore. Hi. How are you, Jack? I'm alright, thanks. Hey, random question. Do you like big dogs or small dogs? Big dogs, I guess. I see. I bent down and placed a sticker reducing the price of a big dog food. That had one of those wiener dogs on the packaging. Grace is in the break room, by the way. I know, I was just there. But I wanted to see you. Yeah? Why? I haven't seen you at all for the past week, you know. Didn't you notice? I guess. I was called into work a lot, and you must have been busy here too. Yep, busy. Oh, I mean, let me go back to that. Yep, busy. We should meet more often. After all these years apart, we must have a lot of stories to tell, huh? Yeah, maybe. Jack, you mentioned dogs, right? Right. Was that because of Buddy? Who's Buddy? So you really don't remember anything? Nope. I don't remember this Buddy, and I don't remember knowing you, either. Of course, now I do know about Buddy. I don't remember his breed or how old he was, or anything other than his name, really. But I do know of him. A certain picture book told me. That's really too bad. But it'll come back to you, I'm sure. Who knows? Buddy was a really sweet dog. You liked him a lot. I shrugged. And he loved you. But then again, that dog loved everyone. He was so trusting. Too trusting? I'm sure he was. Are you really fine with not knowing about so much of your life, Jack? Yeah, I am. I'm used to it by now. I think it'd feel weird if I could remember, actually. I suppose it's easier in a way. There are some things best forgotten, after all, aren't there? Yeah. Oh, she's making moves. Yeah, no kidding. Don't tell me Buddy's dead. Dude, I wouldn't be surprised if she probably, like, killed the dog or something. Oh, that's kind of dark, isn't it? If you kill this yandere girl, she'd better be evil. Otherwise what? Boy, otherwise what? I don't know. Yeah, of course there are. And I wish some of those things would have had the decency to stay forgotten. Why mention it now, though? Oh, no reason. I was just a little curious. Uh-huh. I don't believe her. I sensed that there was something in particular she wanted me to remember. I do know what that is now, but I still don't know why she wants me to remember what she did. It is some kind of sick form of love, or does she want to finish the job? Is it both? I don't know. I really don't. Her mind is as much of a mystery to me now as it ever was. Interlude, Anna in Wonderland. Oh, this is her. Okay. Let me get my throat ready. Dear Diary, I found him. It was beautiful. It was like fate. It was fate. As soon as I came to the city, I caught his scent in the air. A little but mostly I smelled homeless people and gasoline. Wow. Smelled homeless people, bruh. Why did you go all the way out there, Jack? You love nature, the smell of pines, where we grew up? I was ready to spend weeks looking for you, Jack. Or months, years if I had to. I'd even got a job at the hospital here. They're understaffed, so it was easy. But there you were, in the first store I went to. I didn't even go in to look for you. Fate, fate, fate. But you were a little strange. Surely you recognized me. I haven't changed that much, have I? I mean, it's been a while and I have tried to make myself pretty for you in every way I can think of. But you know, it was me, right? I knew it was you. You haven't forgotten me. Were you pretending, playing a game? Yes, that must be it. Well, I'd love to wait and see what you're doing, dear. But I've been a patient girl for far too long. Dear Diary, Friday, Jack Friday. I knew he'd change his name to that. But it's just so funny, isn't it? We'll have to change it back, Jack, for when we're married. I want the real one to follow my first name, Jack Friday. It made me giggle when I saw it in your employee records, darling. I just had a peek, nothing more. Just to see where you live. I wanted to follow you home at first, but then I thought, hey, wouldn't it be insanely romantic if the next time I saw you, we lived right next to each other? I knew you're playing your little game of you don't know me anymore, but that's not too much, is it? Being neighbors? You won't be angry, right? Even if it makes you angry, I have to at least do this, right? I can't wait anymore. I'm tired of being by myself. I've waited this long already. I've prepared for you so much. Maybe you won't be mad. Please don't be mad, please. P.S. One other thing, darling. That street where you live, isn't it in a terrible part of town? Run down and cheap, even dangerous? I haven't been here for a long, but I think that's right. Is that part of your game too? In working in a store, that must be it as well. Someone like you should never work here. Instead, you should be a... Gosh, I can't even imagine that. I can't even imagine what. And isn't that perfect? I don't want you working anywhere. I want you all for me. Wouldn't that be nice if you know, you had a girlfriend and she's like, oh, I don't want you to work anywhere but be here with me always 24/7. You're not allowed to go to the store. You're not allowed to go out doing anything without me. That's pretty much what she means at this point. Dear Diary, the street is worse than I thought. God, the smell. Do you really know what you're doing, Jack? No, I shouldn't doubt you. I know. The rent is cheap, at least, very cheap. But more important than that or anything else, there was a vacancy right next door to your apartment. I can't wait to move in. We'll be neighbors. I'll see so much of you, it will make me drunk. Okay, so at least we know she didn't kill that neighbor next to him or something, because last episode we were like, I think she might have killed that person just so she can live there or something like that, but I guess that's not the case. Dear Diary, what a beautiful dump. I said this to the landlord when I brought my things here. He thought I was complaining. He said I should have checked out the apartment before I rented it. He's an idiot. There could have been a swarm of rats or roaches living in the apartment, or crack addicts for that matter, and I wouldn't give a darn. But still, I can't keep it dirty forever. I have to practice my homemaking skills. Time to make this dump a home. Dear Diary, just back from a quick jog. Gotta stay in shape, and the brownies are just about done. I know. I should have kept an eye on them, but I've been doing this for long enough, you know. The brownies are perfect, not burnt, not raw, just right. I hope he likes them. Hey, what's up, Jack of all trades? You woo-woo brownies, indeed. Jack, I don't know if I can go on. Who is this girl? I'm the one for you, the only one for you, and yet you. I know this is part of your plan, but you didn't have to do it this way. Why are you being so cruel? I have to work now. I don't care. I'll go to sleep. Go to A-Cross tomorrow. Bruh, okay, so I kind of want to go to A-Cross, but it's like, wait, A-Cross as on Friday or Saturday? I don't know. Dear Diary, I cried all the bad feelings out. Things don't seem nearly as bad now. Jack is testing me, so I have to show him I have what it takes. This is nothing at all. I can do this. Dear Diary, I met her today. Grace. I hope she doesn't get in the way. She's a sweet girl. But she's clumsy. She dropped a plate, my plate too, of cookies, and there were cookies and broken pieces of porcelain everywhere. I'm pretty clumsy too, I guess. I cut myself on a shard when I tried to pick it up. Jack came in just as I got cut. He must have been sensed I was hurt. There was a lot of blood for a wound so small. The blood reminded me of that time. It always does. I showed it to Jack. He looked like he was going to vomit. Great acting, Jack. I love you. A-Cross, as in Friday. I won't be there until like after 5 anyways. I work Friday though, that's the thing. Like I looked at the prices for like A-Cross, and it's like $40 for Saturday only, and $45 if you want to buy the weekend pass, which is kind of crummy because they know that the con is pretty crap, and so they just inflate the Saturday price because they know everybody's just going to go for Saturday. I don't know. I don't even know if I want to go to A-Cross, honestly, because I asked them to give me a press badge so I can like do YouTube videos or do an interview thing kind of thing. But they haven't responded yet, so I might not just go. I don't know. Dear Diary, I've gotten better at playing along with Jack's little game. I see him a lot more now, everywhere I go. Nearly half of those times I'm not even trying to make our paths cross. Fate. I'm also seeing Grace a lot more. She's always asking me to go somewhere with her or to chat, and she's always coming over to my apartment without Jack. She's become a real bother, honestly. But I act nice. That girl tells me things about Jack after all. Though of course she doesn't know anything about him that I don't. That's because she doesn't really know Jack. But now I know what she's pretending to be like. He told Grace that he has amnesia. It's a little unoriginal, Jack, don't you think? That's okay though. She believes you. That little... Dear Diary. Hey, what's up, Edison? I'm troubled. I'm starting to think that Jack is not pretending. What if he really has forgotten all about me? No, I can't have that. I need a sign, Jack. Just one little sign. So that I know you remember. One sign. Anything is fine. Dear Diary. Jack doesn't remember me. I'm pretty sure of it now. He doesn't remember anything. Darn. But that's a good thing. He hasn't been acting cold on purpose. I'll give his memory a little jog, and that'll be that. Good as new. But this also means that he's serious about that Grace girl. We can't have that. No. I'm starting to see her true colors. She's a filthy seductress, all right. She's also an idiot. She invited me for dinner tomorrow at her apartment. Their apartment. Her and Jack's apartment. The apartment they're sharing together without me. August 16th. Terrible day. Okay, who's talking here? Is it Jack or freaking Anna? I can't tell any. I think this is Jack talking. August 16th. Terrible day, really awkward. Anna was hovering around me all day. I swear she was here for more than 2 shifts. That's a typo right there. How the bell does that work? I couldn't write at all. She's really gone. Oh, okay, so that makes sense because he couldn't write. She's only gone now, and it's after midnight. I guess I should mark this as 17th then, not the 16th. Oh, who cares? And now I have to write in the dark, but that's fine. I don't see it being a problem. So not long after. I did write about how Anna came to see me at the store that one time. Yeah, I did. Not long after that, Grace invited Anna over for dinner. Oh, this is gonna get pretty annoying really quick. Oof. Hey, what's up, Mr. Cheeseburger? She could have told me before asking Anna. Not that I would have said no. I didn't have an excuse to say no. But I mean, she only told me about the dinner a few hours before it. I was pretending for a really relaxed evening, and all of a sudden, Grace says we should start making dinner, and oh no, I forgot to tell you, Jack. I shouldn't be a bitter and childish. People forget. It happens. She didn't mean anything bad by it. It still rubbed me the wrong way, though. Anna was going to invade my home and be there for hours, and I'm pretty sure I had every right to be angry about that. No, I'm sure. I should have sent her packing the first time I saw her, and then when she moved in next to us, and a million times after that. I should have. The fault is mine. So yeah, dinner. The food tastes amazing, Jack. Thanks. I barely made anything. That's not true, is it? You were in charge of the rice. Yeah, the rice. It ended up mushy. I think it's delicious. Anna ate it like it was the tastiest thing in the world. An idea popped into my mind. If I bore her, she might leave early. Thanks. But the chicken is much better. And it's incredible how you could make anything decent in the oven we have, Grace. Oh, don't talk about the oven, Jack. It's embarrassing. I'll bet you've even never seen a greasier oven, Anna. I swear to God. I try to clean it, but nothing works. I don't know what the previous owners did to make it that dirty. And that's not even the biggest problem, is it, you said? Yes. The light in the oven barely works. And don't get me started on the heating. It's so sketchy. Yeah, all of that. And you still managed to make something this good. What do you say, Anna? It's tasty. It reminds me of home. Have you tried remembering what home was like, Jack? I swallowed, choked, and coughed. What was that all of a sudden? Anna smiled and went on eating. I was just wondering. No, I have not tried to remember what home was like. I don't see why I'd have to. I'm fine without it. All right. It's a shame, though. Though? Jack? Yeah? What is it, Grace? I'm with Anna on this one. You are? Yes. Even after you said you were fine with me deciding what goes on in my head. I'm trying to think of what's best for you. That's right. You can't spend your life running away from the past. Face it now. Be a man. Wow, bruh. She called me out on being a man. Wow, I can't believe that. That's triggering. They have to be brother and sister. This series has to make sense because Anna was saying, bruh, I don't think they're mothers. Hey, what's up, Bunny Boy Delta on Twitch? Wait, why are you on Twitch? It's not healthy to lock so much of yourself away. It can't be. You have to agree, Jack. Well, why aren't you on YouTube, Delta? I didn't reply. I was ever scarting a chicken drumstick. I don't know what that word is. Anna, I didn't tell you this, but at night, at least once a week, Jack. That's enough. I banged my fist on the table, then was immediately ashamed that I lost my temper. I was bunny runner. Huh, really? Oh, okay. But I couldn't back down. This has to do with me, and me only. Say the hell out of it, both of you. Do you understand? Why are you so... It's no good. I'd never gotten this angry before. I needed to be alone. I walked off to another room, but that didn't help. I could still hear their mummers and their whispering. They were talking about me. I dressed in a hurry. Huh? What are you... Or are you going out, Jack? I nodded. Have fun. Wait, don't go. I'm sorry I keep insisting so much. You know I'm trying to help, right? Yeah. Then please don't be mad. I couldn't stop being angry. It was stronger than me. Can you do just one thing for me? Just so I know I did all I could? Do what? Can you say you're fine with... No, please say that you don't want to remember. Can you do that for me? Of course. I hesitated longer than I thought I would. Suddenly it struck me I was being childish as hell, but in the end my anger and my stubbornness won over. I don't want to remember. There, are you happy now? I wanted things to stay the same as they were. That's all I ever wanted, for nothing to change, because for once I was happy. Well? I'm sorry. You should be. Yeet, get out of there. I walked out. By the time I came back, Grace was gone. August 17th. I came back hours later, after a little drinking and a lot of pointless wandering. The apartment was empty. Her things were gone. But I only realized that after I read the letter. The letter was on the table next to our half-finished dinner. There was a key next to the letter too, her key, to the apartment. I remember that the letter word for word, so why don't I write it down here? Wouldn't that be fun? Jack, it said. I can't stay with you anymore. You're only going to make yourself more miserable, and I can't help you. And I can't watch you do this to yourself. I pray there's someone who can help you like I couldn't, and I hope you'll be happy. Goodbye. Grace didn't need to sign the message. I would have recognized those neat letters anywhere. I'd seen that same handwriting during our brief year together, on dozens if not hundreds of little notes. Shift schedules, reminders to buy snacks or milk, things like that. There were, in fact, at least half a dozen of the yellow post-its she used still around the apartment. Seeing them hurt. There were a lot of other things Grace hadn't taken with her too. Socks, pants, a few undershirts and a scarf, one pair of shoes, a sweater she really liked too. She would have worn the sweater while napping in the evening. It was all evidence of how much of a hurry she'd be in to get away from me. Now I know better. Morning, everyone. The patients all greet her. I do too. Well, well. I'm happy to see you finally stop being Mr. Grumpy. Well, you know. Do you feel better? Does the leg still hurt? I'm a little better, I guess. At peace. That's great. You'll be up on your feet in no time, I'm sure. Free to come back home. I laughed like hell. Anna probably doesn't see what's so funny. She smiles vacantly. I guess she does love me in her own way. It doesn't matter though. Remembering the pain she caused me has given me conviction. My heart is set on killing her. Hey, what's up, Eddie Crane? How's it going? Thanks for coming on to the live stream. August 18th. My health is vastly improving. Doctor's words, those. And I feel it. I don't wake up at night. Hold on, I gotta yawn real quick. I don't wake up at night so much anymore, choking on pain. And I don't get so angry anymore that I have to chew on my fingers so I don't end up shouting. I really am at peace. I know what to do. I know I have to do it. I feel like I don't have a choice in the matter. I'm a train going down a set of tracks at a few hundred miles per hour. No turns, no brakes. Whatever happens will happen. It's strangely calming. For now, I'll keep on riding. I know a good point to stop. After Grace left, I spent that first night alone on the kitchen floor. It was where my legs happened to give in under me. After hours of walking back and forth in the apartment, I had paced around like a caged animal, looking under pillows and carpets and poking my head in the closets. I don't know why. Maybe I thought I'd find her here. I woke up in the afternoon with a blanket over me. I thought that Grace had done it, that she'd come back. She hadn't. I guess it must have been Anna. I didn't go to work. I didn't eat. I don't remember drinking any water, but I must have, and I must have slept a lot too. It turned out I needed Grace more than I thought I did, certainly more than she needed me. I was all alone that day, that night, and the day after too, right up until the evening. That's when she made her move. The windows were closed and the blinds were drawn. It must have been stuffy and hot in the apartment. I lay on the couch shivering. I held to my chest the sweater Grace had left. I was about to slip into uncomfortable sleep when the front door opened. My heart skipped a beat before the sight of the person coming in disappointed me. Hello? Jack? I stared at her. What's wrong? Stare. She tried to get me to talk, but I was not in a talking mood. Eventually, she found the letter still on the table, pretended to find it. Oh, Jack. Oh, darling. Go away. You're hurt, I know. She's terrible, isn't she? To have hurt you so badly? She's... The sweater was soft against my skin. It smelled of her. I know. She's awful. Let me help. She brought her hand near to my face. I turned my head away. I'm the one who can make you happy, you know. You won't have to remember that girl ever again. You won't want to, I promise. Her hand found my cheek. It had only been 2 days since I had last seen Grace, had last touched her. But it was like I had already forgotten a person's warmth. I raised my hand to bat hers away, and I found that I couldn't do it. Instead, I put my hands on hers. I was close to tears. There were so many emotions in me that confused and overwhelmed me. But Anna was there, and she was whispering that she'd never leave. What's going on here? I don't know. I have no idea. Bunny. Or Delta. No idea, Delta. My theory is that Anna and Jack could be brother and sister, but when Jack was like 4 years old, they were separated, and that could be why Anna was been searching for him. Yeah, I highly doubt that's the case. Yeah, she's pretty much going for the prize, Delta. Afterwards, I used a sweater to wipe the sweat off of me. Anna lay next to me, soft and warm, both of her arms wrapped around one of mine. In the morning, after the long night, Anna looked at me and asked me a question. I'm tired, aren't you? Uh-huh. I won't go to work today. I'll call in sick. What about you? I don't know. I won't go to work. I hadn't thought at all about work. It was so irrelevant. That's a good idea. Hey, I'm going to my apartment. I want to have a nice hot shower. Come with? Sure, yes. My apartment had a perfectly working shower, of course, but I didn't want to be by myself. I was scared. After I had a shower at her place, Anna told me I could stay there for a while. Until you feel better, she told me. What do you say? I said yes, and that's how it went. I don't feel shame for what I did. I know I should, but I don't. The problem is, I don't really feel like I did any of that. It's more like I was watching myself do those things, watching myself get tricked and cheat on Grace, and live with that woman who's caused so much misery to so many people. I know I should be ashamed. It's a disgusting thing I did, and I can't take it back. I let myself be made into an animal. That one whole month is something I'd like to forget and never remember, so I won't write about it or anything anymore. I've written enough. I'm done. This journal has helped me a lot, but I don't need it anymore. This is then. It's goodbye. So goodbye. JF. I woke up and found the room dark. Incredibly dark. It didn't matter if my eyes were open or closed. The image didn't change. Something wasn't right. The air smelled different. Grace made a soft moaning sound in her sleep. She lay next to me. I reached down to make absolutely sure she was there. Jack. To hear her voice instead of was like finding a snake in my bed. I almost fell over a nightstand. Are you okay? Bad dream? Stay. She touched me, skin against skin. I remembered where I was and why I was there. Better? Yeah, sorry about that. Good. I settled back onto my side of the bed. Anna ruffled my hair. You startled me. I didn't mean to. It's okay. I know you wouldn't do that. Because you love me. Dear Diary, it's all been worth it. All the years of waiting and hoping have been so worth it. I never expected it to go so well as it did. Now I feel so silly I ever worried. Grace the whore is out of the picture. It was easy. She is so scared of everything. And Jack is all mine. I expected he would struggle a lot more. I'm so proud of him. Even in the terrible state he's in, no memories of us at all. He knew in his heart he should pick me over her. You're so cute, Jack. The way you're absolutely helpless without me. I'll pamper you a little more. I can do that. There is no hurry. There is no rush. We've reached our happy ending. I paced around Anna's bedroom. Step, 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 step. Step, 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 turn. Step, 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 turn. It wasn't a very large room, about the same size as mine, and step, 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 turn. It was dark. The curtains were drawn, but it would have been dark without them too. The alarm clock neon green digits hovering in the dark showed that it was 5:10 a.m. and that it was Monday. Step, step. Anna's bed sheets rustled. She mumbled something and sat up. Jack, why are you... I took in a deep breath. It helped me keep my voice from shaking as I answered. It's nothing. Go to sleep. What is it? Something is wrong, isn't it? Tell me, I'll make it go away. No, please. It's stupid. Tell me. I stepped closer to the bed, banged my shin on its side and sighed. It's Monday. Anna glanced over my shoulder at the alarm clock. Yep, it is. So? I have to work. When I came back to an empty apartment, it was early Friday morning. I had missed work on Friday. I must be on thin ice already. I didn't even call in. And? Just don't go. But if I don't go today, they'll fire me for sure. So? What do you mean, so? This is serious. Don't be upset. Here. Anna got up lazily and kissed me, held me. We stood there a few moments in silence. There, doesn't it all seem better now? But I still... Uh-huh. No, sweetie, you stay in today. She pressed herself harder against me. I felt her softness, the heat of her body. I could hardly feel anything else. You don't want to go to work, do you? I don't, but I mean, I have to. You don't have to. It'll be fine. The world won't end. I was going to complain again, but she pressed a finger to my lips. You know what? An idea just came to me. If you move out of that awful apartment and came live with me instead, you won't have to work in that awful store anymore either. That sounds nice, doesn't it? It sounded so good. Anna understood me so well. But I wasn't sure of myself. I asked if it was really fine for me to stay here for good. Of course. I wouldn't want you anywhere else. This girl wants you to lose your job, right, bruh? Right? I'm like, you can't do that. You can't be like, oh, you're my boyfriend now, so you can stay home. I'll take care of you, and that way you can't leave at all. Or something like that. Something dumb like that. Dear Diary. Oh my god, oh goodness. How is this going so well? It never really worked out so well before. Not with the patients I tried it on, even though they were... Wait, what? Not with the patients I've tried it on. That means she drugged him. Even though they were terminal, even though they had no one to visit them, all of them kept being themselves right up to that end. But with Jack, I can do anything. He's like clay. I could change him into anyone, anything I want. How awful. He's so lucky that it's me doing this. Could you imagine someone else with this kind of responsibility? No. What am I saying? Nobody else could make him so willing to change. Me, only me. He's only like this because he loves me so much. He's always loved me, even when I didn't realize it. And he'll always love me, and I'll always love him. And we'll be together forever. Forever. I'm so happy I could scream. Right now, I'm only teasing him a little, but that's okay. We have all the time in the world. Unlike those other boys, he's not about to expire. About to expire? Bruh, I'm kind of worried now. Days went by, maybe a week. Jack? Come on, Jack. A laugh. If you don't let go of me, I can't go to work, you know. Then don't go. Stay here. Hey, one of us has to go. We need it to live. I need you to live. That's very sweet, but I still have to go. I wouldn't budge. She ran her fingers through my hair. I liked that. If you get off me now, I'll promise I'll have a special surprise for you when I come back. Really? Really, I promise. Okay. I forced myself to let her go. After she went away, I lay back on the bed. I waited for her to come back. I did nothing else. Anna's surprise was a big plastic bag. It was swollen, full of something. I looked at her, then at it, then at her again and frowned. You'll see. Come, we need to go somewhere. Go outside? Yes. Isn't that exciting? I looked away. What, you don't want to? I held up a pillow in front of me. It was meant to act as a barrier. Oh, you big scaredy cat. Come on. She took my arm and pulled. I wouldn't go. Her grip was strong, or maybe I've gotten weak, but I stayed in place. Huh? So you really don't want to go? How come we can't just stay here? Oh, sweetie. I don't want the apartment to burn down.
Bruh, dude, don't tell me that's just Grace's body. Oof, man. I feel like it's gonna be Grace's body, and he's gonna, or she's gonna make him burn the body and stuff like that to get rid of evidence. She made me dress in the outside clothes. They were rugged and cold. The outside was even more rugged and cold. The street was wet. It must have rained. The people there were giving me looks. They were looking at me like I was trash. Why? What had I done to them? What had I ever done to anyone? Oh, hey! Ease up a little. You'll hurt my hand. I'm sorry. That's okay. If you really don't feel like it, we can go back home right now. Really? Yes. But I know you can do this. So will you do it for me? Yeah, okay. Great. Thank you, Jack. You're so good to me. They just go by apartments and stuff like that. We walked for over 15 minutes. My feet hurt and my legs made clicking sounds. I hadn't really walked in over a week, but I didn't complain. We're almost there. Do you know where we are? I shook my head. Anna had led me somewhere I'd never been. Each street we passed was dirtier and grayer and more abandoned than the last, and the people looked at us all the more meanly. I thought they were going to hurt us, but Anna wasn't afraid, so I did my best to be brave too. Whatever she had in the plastic bag, it wasn't heavy. The bag was full of almost the shape of a big ball, but it still swung so lightly. What do you think is in there? Anna noticed me looking. I don't know. Want to guess? I didn't. I told her I didn't. I told her I couldn't think of anything. Oh, well. You'll see soon enough. Our destination, I saw 5 minutes later, was an empty street. A whole street, blocks and blocks of it, completely abandoned. The pavement was cracked, the buildings were still stood hollow, and everything was overgrown with weeds. It was more a jungle than a city street. It was ugly. I hated to even look at it. Isn't it so beautiful? Yeah. I'll show you the best spots here. It's my favorite. But it'll be our secret, okay? You can't tell anyone else. Okay. We passed through a tunnel-like opening set in a tall, wide building. Beyond it was a field of brown-yellow grass. It came up to my chest. Surrounding the grass were sides of a large apartment building. This used to be its courtyard. The building was a mottled, ugly gray. It had most likely been a prettier color before it burned down. It had so many windows, none of which had glass in them. They gaped down at us, empty and dark. On a spot was a square patch of concrete in the middle of the overgrown courtyard. Once there, Anna handed me something from the plastic bag. It was a small gas canister and a box of matches. Then she emptied the rest of the bag onto the concrete. When I saw the contents, my chest tightened and started to hurt. Anna, this is... On the ground were a few post-it notes of a pair of shoes, but most importantly, clothes. I had seen them before. They had belonged to someone I knew. Who? Someone I have known the entirety an eternity ago, too long ago to remember. But I know these things were important. You know what this is? Yes. I shouldn't? It's fine if you still recognize them. Completely fine. You're not mad? I'm not mad. Give me that. Anna grabbed the gas container from my hands. She poured the gas onto the clothes and shoes and post-it notes down to the last drop. Okay, so this is more than likely it's Grace's stuff from the apartment. I wouldn't be surprised. Bruh, she's still taking him out to camp. Yeah, no kidding. Then she tossed the canister aside and stepped away. The canister made a teeny empty sound as it hit the concrete. Tink-tonk. After that, there was silence. Anna? Should I... What do you think you should do? Are you really not mad? Do what you think you need to do, Jack. And do it quick. It's growing dark. And I didn't bring a flashlight. So I did what I thought I needed to do. I lit a match. It took me 3 tries to get it right because of my clumsy fingers. Cradling the little fire with my hands, I brought it over her things. They were wet and stank of gasoline. I held and lit the match above them. Why are you hesitating? Don't you want to do this? I don't know. I needed to do what Anna wanted me to do, but the thought of doing it made me want to lie down and cry. I couldn't explain why those things were so dear to me. They just were. The flame had almost reached my fingers. Anna, I don't think... Do it. I dropped the match. The little fire touched gasoline and bloomed. The sudden heat made me step back. Those things, those shoes and clothes and yellow notes were already crackling and turning into charcoal. Anna stood by me. I waited for her to scold me, but she didn't. She's put her hand on mine. Our fingers interlocked. You did well. I did? Yes. When it came down to it, you did what you should. I'm proud of you. A warmth filled my chest. My worry for those scattered pieces of nothing on the ground faded away. I was with the love of my life, and she loved me, and I was proud of me. How could I care about some? I couldn't even remember what had been anymore. Old clothes? Whatever. Anna giggled. Dude, I am not gonna do the Yandere laugh or whatever. It made bruh. It made me so glad to see Anna happy. Yeah, bruh, she's totally happy. Happy. I pulled her closer. After a good minute of laughing, she sighed as if spent and looked up at me. Wasn't that fun? Yep. The things on the ground had already gone out. They were black and unrecognizable. Omae wa omo shinderu. Yeah, pretty much. Let's go back home. Okay, Anna. You're so happy, aren't you? And why wouldn't you be? I'm happy too. The happiest I've ever been. Me too. I'm the happiest I've ever been. Really? Yep. Thank you, Jack. That means the world to me. We went away hand in hand. But before we walked out into the grass again, I looked back one last time at the things I had burned. Something moved at the edge of my vision, up one of the glassless windows. I looked again, but it was gone.
Oh boy, it's Grace. She's probably in the empty apartment building or whatever that's next door to this courtyard or whatever. This place is dangerous. Huh? Are there people here? You know what? There just might be. Bad people. We should get home as soon as we can. Yes. Home. Where it's safe. All right, we're gonna stop here for today, guys. Yeah, plot twist. Delta says, you hear in the distance, ara ara. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, we're gonna overwrite that. Yeah, everybody's like, oh no, stop! Keep going, keep going. It's okay, guys. It's getting pretty good. It's you know what? I thought this game was 2 hours long, but I guess because I'm reading it slowly or something, that it's probably longer than that. So I thought this would be the last part to it, but I guess there's one more part, maybe. I don't know. I really don't know how many parts this game has, but we'll see. But yeah, I hope you guys hope you guys enjoyed this live stream of mine. Make sure to click on the link in the description and join my Discord as well. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Share it with your friends or anybody who likes this kind of content, that good old stuff. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your week and weekend. And I'll see you guys next week for maybe the final part of this playthrough. I don't really know how long this is. Apparently it's supposed to be 2 hours, but it does not feel like 2 hours now, does it? But yeah, all right. Peace. I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I'll catch you guys later.